So let's see if I can do this. I thought I would come into the garden and try and do this. So this is me in the garden. I'm going to put my shades on because I'm just working with outside at the minute. I've got the garden to myself, I've got the house to myself. I've got an actual internet signal outside for once, because usually I don't get internet outside. So this is going to be a long video. So excuse the pauses, because if the pauses happen where you just see my picture and black screen, because my laptop's recording upstairs, which is the other account that you can see. And this is the same account, but this is me on my iPad, because my iPad actually has a camera that works and recording that works. So I hope this isn't all for nothing, that it go upstairs and work properly. But if I go upstairs and do the talking and sharing like this, it just gives me feedback. I've not worked out all the systems yet. So I've come back outside to get some uploads and some downloads. And yes, I did stop smoking in February, actual tobacco. Sorry about the dogs, because my brother's gone out and the dog's Bella barks when she sees anything. So I've come outside, and as you can see, it's all cloudy and the sun is right in front of me over there. So I'm just going to walk you through. Okay, this is what's going on. I have to light this because I've started, since the last shift on Sunday, I started to be guided to have my tobacco again. And tobacco is Mother Gaia living. It's not dry tobacco, it's like wet tobacco, you know what I mean. And for me, it's a sacred shamanic process. You're getting the live tobacco leaves that are not dried but almost dried, and you consciously put it on paper, and it's hemp paper I use, and you roll in it. So that's the essence of that's one element. Then the paper, and then you lick it. That's my DNA. That's the water. There's the fire, and this is the breath. And it's like an inward, for me, it's like an inward sage, and it helps me ground and focus on my breath. So, and as I inhale this, I'm bringing Gaia's essence into my heart, into my lungs, and holding it and connecting my codes to the breath of the planet. So this video is going to be about connecting with Gaia via your breath and her breath. And this wind that's all around, the wind is full of water, it's full of photonic energy from the sun, it's full of magnetic energy, it's full of the internet, it's full of consciousness, everything is in it. So when I do this, and it's sort of, as I'm breathing it in, it burns the negativity for me off the breath and just holds the light, and then I bring that into my heart, away from my lungs and into my heart. And that's her breath. And as I breathe out, I'm breathing out my code. So as I'm breathing in like that, I'm breathing in Gaia, and she's in my heart for that minute. And that's how I'm getting my codes, plus all the codes coming up from my energy, coming down my energy. And I always ground my energy through my heart all the way to Gaia's heart. Sit it and bring it back up to my heart, and then up to the sun. So you might get some wind with me. If it gets windy, it's because Gaia's swirling around me and this direction. So, and this is what I wanted to explain. Okay, I'm just gonna tune into Gaia for a minute. So you could watch this outside and close your eyes. You don't have to smoke cigarettes, but you can do it consciously with breath. It's just the way I do it. I'm breathing in her breath and bringing it into my heart directly, bypassing the brain when you breathe it in. So it sits in my heart, and I merge. So while her breath is in my body, I'm getting her instructions and her codes in her consciousness without judgment and without putting my process of my brain. And when I'm speaking, it comes directly from there out of my mouth. If you see that, it's like there's a line there. So the conscious breath is been understood, and it passes through and out my voice. So it's not coming from a brain through the thought process and out my voice. That's overthinking. That's what I did the other day. I was talking on that video via my head and out my mouth. The voice isn't wrong. I would cringe because it was Annette. It was the 3D aspect of me, but in your nose and down into your heart and sit those energies. So now I'm becoming one with the consciousness I'm breathing in. So when you're in that state and you're consciously breathing in her energy, whatever, then you can allow in. If you need to get downloads, now I'm connecting up to the sun to get the pictures and the downloads from her higher self, that bubble I talked about in my last video. Now I've got that. I'm connected to her heart. Now I'm going to connect by my third eye, my heart to my third eye, up to the sun, and then down. I'm asking permission, can I go into her consciousness bubble, her third eye bubble? And that's where I'll get the downloads and the uploads. And here's the wind. You can hear that. So when Dorian, I call it Dorian was being manipulated via lesser evolved consciousnesses, let's say, without being too judgmental about them, one side was trying to trigger that hurricane to hit Trump's place, to be honest. And they've got new satellites that were put up there. I'm not going to say too much, but they have new satellites that were put up there, and they were counteracting it with the team in the pyramid, crystal pyramid from Atlantean days, which Galactics are in control of. They work together. I did share Unite the Collective's video, the Florida download on that, and I'll probably share it under this video somewhere about what's under there and why that hurricane was stalled. And what we can do is light workers and starseeds, when we get into this position where we're working with Gaia, they're going against her free will. She has free will to do hurricanes. She has free will to calm them down. But when they're being manipulated, she knows we're all conscious creators. So she just, she's been doing what the people who are unconscious have been doing. But when you're switched on and you're a starseed and you're a light worker and you're connecting with her, it's not that I'm making this wind do anything. I'm just connecting with her and putting my intent and asking her as a conscious being, as part of her stream, my thoughts and my feelings about that hurricane, like, please stall it, don't cause damage. Now I leave it to her. As more than likely 100% of the time, she will understand and she will get that, and then she will search the internet via this consciousness bubble, and she'll see what people are saying, what people are doing, and the effects this is having on the planet, or the effects, and then she'll tap into the galactics, and they'll all assist in stalling that hurricane. So that's just a little bit about hurricanes, how you intend. You just connect to the breath of the planet, you connect to the planet, you ask her and put your conscious intent and your free will sovereignty and your power. It's our superpower to create our reality. I'm past my creative ability at this point when I'm doing that to Gaia. I let her, she's the sovereign being on this planet. I'm just part of her stream. So when I play with the wind and I practice playing with the wind, it's just practicing your connection with the wind. So I don't know if I can swap the view image of this. I can't see what I'm doing. Let's see. So this is the tree over there that I practice on. I don't know. So my hand's here. You can use your hand, but you can see how still this is. And now I'm going to just play. All I'm doing is practicing, practice and practice. All you're doing is I'm connecting to the breath, connecting to the wind, using my hand. I don't use my hand anymore. I just use my intent to do this, but for demonstration purposes. Connect, and the visualization of you moving your hand is just a tool to do the connection. But if I want that tree to move, I ask Gaia, and can you just move that tree? So I'm going to just sit there and let you look at that tree and observe it, and I'm going to be working in the background on connecting to that tree. Fly Team 1. Flag up again. Here's the wind. Look at the top of the tree. That's where I'm focusing. It helps when you do this. I'm sat down, but it helps if you do this stood up. But I'm conscious that my brother's out and he might pop back in any minute and go, "What you doing, you nutter?" I'm going to go and stand over there so you can see a bit better. I'm still in my tracky bottoms and silly top, so just ignore that. But anyway, that's just how you do it. I'm conscious of being watched at it, so it's not going to do it completely. And I think my brother's back, so I'm going to end this little bit, and you shall just see my picture, and I shall join this again in a minute upstairs in my pad, in my room, because I do show a house with my brother. So let's see, without my glasses on, see if I can do something with myself here. Right, I'm back. I had to do something with that computer over there because I'm getting feedback. Sorry about this, I'm not a professional. I don't know how I'm going to mute that over there, but never mind. As long as you could see me. I'm more comfortable doing this on my bed because I can't record this meeting or this video on my iPad. So my laptop is recording the meeting and the sound's on that. And if I turn the sound down over there, you don't get my voice on the recording. So it's all multitasking. So anyway, I want to share the screen here and do some drawing because I can. If I can find my iPen. There it is, my iPen. So okay, I'm going to share screens here and see what I can do. Let's share some stuff. Photos. So I've lined some up. Okay. So let's see if I can draw on this highlighter, spotlight. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is 3D. And most people have their chakras, they're usually switched off. When you wake up, you light that one up, and then that one, and that one, and eventually you light them all up. And that is like 3D. So you light all these chakras up. And then as you start doing your clearing and aligning, this you get a little stream, they start activating. Okay, but you're still within this bubble and you've still got this red band 3D bubble around you while you're in a bubble and in another bubble. So that's that. So let's change my color pen. Okay, so now once you've done the clearing and you've activated all these chakras and you've turned them all on, it looks like this. So you go and watch my video, but this is explaining it a little bit more. So let's see if it will draw. Yellow. Okay, so you come in, bring in the energy down, connect it to your heart, hold it there, send it through all your other chakras to the earth. Anchor, anchor, anchor. And now this is the difference between mine and Ryan's. You do it 5 times because his count of 4 is the 4 directions, but this, as you can see, is the 5th direction. And it goes up. So you go up again, connect to up here to the sun, to your heart. And the more you do it every day, with the 5 count, this gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. So then you do that. And the next step, once you've started and you've got your channel open, is you go down through your heart and you come back up and then you stop at the red chakra. You expand it, you expand it, you expand it, and you go up and down, up and down. Take a day, 2 days to do this. And then when you're ready, when you go down and you come up and you've stopped till it's expanded, then you bring that energy into your heart and then you expand that bubble. So it's all red. Sorry, I'm doing it in yellow. Clear. Let's try and find a red. Okay, so you've come down and you're bringing that up and you're bringing it up to your heart and you're expanding it. So you expand it, expand it, expand it. So then that goes there. Okay. And you do it for all the other chakras. So then I'll do your heart. So then you bring the golden light down, you bring it down, you go down, you come up, and you've gone all the others, you stop at the heart. So then you get to the heart energy and you feel this bubble full of green energy and you anchor it there. Okay, and the next day you come down, you do your energy, you go down, you come up, you go to your throat. And as you come up, you stop in the throat, you bring that down to your heart, and then you expand, 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 expand. Anchor, anchor, anchor. And then the next day, now this is where the magic happens, you do it, and you go all the way down, all the way back up into your heart, and you're activating. You don't need to go to your crown chakra. Your team at that point take over, and they then drop down all their other chakras one by one into your field, and they'll anchor it there. So that's what that looks like, and then you will have that. All your chakras are all aligned. The outer band, all the colours are expanded in there. So, okay, what else do I need to explain on that? You're in this protective bubble. And when you do your clearing there, and all you're doing is that golden light will come in, go to the planet and back up. And then anything that's caught within like the red band, the red colours, whatever colour band, you just go in and you blast it full of golden light and you clear it and you send it all back up there and back down there. So that's that one. Okay. So let's get to the next one. What they want me to show you. Okay, 4D. This is 4D. Dream time, if when you're first waking up and you're dreaming and you've not gone out of the fourth dimension and got to the fifth dimension, this is what it looks like in dream time. You're in a hologram. So let's change my color to that. Okay, so now you're in this hologram of a matrix and you're working with all these higher aspects of yourself, and you're creating and other people in there, and it's like a holodeck. This is where you get your training. This is, you do all your replays and team mission trainings all in this place with all these different aspects of you, and you don't get to do much more in the 4D. You need to get to the 5D to do that. So let's see what we've got here. One do you want me to show you? I'm going to show you this one. Okay, this is your heart chakra switched on. Let's change the color so you can see. So this is your heart chakra switched on. There. And this basically, this is what it looks like. And these are all your codes you're getting from the higher dimensions. It's self-explanatory, but you know, what else? So hard. Okay, the Gaia's bubble. So I'm going to zoom into this one because this is Gaia's consciousness, and she, I don't know if you can see that, but that's her curled up in this. Let me see if I can highlight. No, clear. Highlight, spotlight. Okay, so this is Gaia. There's a head, and she's curled up in the fetal position in her bubble. And the surface is the surface of our planet, let's say, and this is her. That's our light worker and galactic grid work around her. So that's that. And this is her within the universe, and all the blue that you can see, that's artificial grid work that around her, and she's connected to the 4 source up in the top left, light, and the galactic center top right, and then Pegasus bottom right, Andromeda bottom left, and they're hosting her, they're supporting her, and that's the light grid around her. But she's now woke up and she's made this bubble of herself. So let's see if I can show you. I think I showed it you on the other video, but yeah. So this, let's zoom in, this down on the bottom, that's Gaia. That little pink bubble on the left there, that's her in that bubble waking up. It's almost like a little room, and the rest of that is the matrix within that galaxy that's been created, and these are all the light codes coming into her to help wake that bit of her up. It is like a cell in a body, and that's the vision that I was shown. So that's that. This is the triple goddess. There is a male side there and 2 female sides as well. I don't know why, but these are all the codes coming down and going up into her. So I'll leave that because you'll get other stuff from that, and you will see other things in that. What else? Okay. This is a light, this is Gaia, this is a light worker, what we look like when we're activated. That's our huge oversoul, our stream soul, stood on top of Gaia, connecting up and down with all the light codes. That's what we look like. So can you imagine how much influence we have? That's just one activated starseed light worker on the grid who's popped out of the grid. Imagine millions of us around the planet. Just saying. Okay, I'm going to sort of guide you to show this one. So this is Gaia's portal to her inner sanctum, into that bubble, and on the outside of that is all the distorted consciousness and algorithms and AI and waveforms all around it. This is her protective, her guideway into her third eye. Which one? I'll show Gaia again. So this is Gaia. This is what I got of her, and she is holding with her light hand. She's holding the left, the nightshade. She's holding her nightshade in her left hand, and she's holding her light side in her right hand to give pure balance, because it'd be completely unbalanced if her night side was holding her night consciousness. So she swapped those 2 consciousness over. The light is holding up the dark, and the dark is holding up the light to show us perfect balance and harmony within her. And that's what she looked like to me. And that behind her is her third eye consciousness that she's created, and her own little grid work she's created around herself up there. Okay, this is interesting. This is a download. Also, this is the moon and the guardians that have now taken over the moon portal. A male and female guardians, you can call them the guardians of the galaxy. They are light being guardians that are connecting to the higher realm. They've opened a portal on the moon to get to another part of the universe's higher consciousness. So that's what it looks like. If you go to astral travel to the moon, look for the portal, and only the high consciousness can get in there. I hope I'm not going too mad here with all this. Not money. Sometimes I share. Oh, that's this one is stepping through that portal. So I just leave that. Step up and rise through your blocks. Your life is an occasion. Rise to it. Stepping up and stepping into your own light to get access to Gaia and the galactic consciousness. Done that and that and that. Okay, she wants to tell me about this one. Okay, download from a few years ago. It's our central sun. That's our sun, the male aspect of sun and the female aspect of Gaia, holding each other up throughout time, supporting each other and becoming one with each other. It's a planetary, because the sun is a consciousness, and the planet Gaia, she's not a planet, she's a sun, but her sun's inside her. So that's beautiful. That's called bringing heaven to earth. Let me see. Okay, this is us on a human starseed level doing the same thing. The black and the white represents the dark and the night unifying. And that again is the male and female aspects within ourselves. And my male aspect is always watching my right side, my dark side, keeping an eye on what they're doing. That's them merged. You've got to merge within yourself, the masculine and the feminine. Okay, photographs have I got in here? Where can I share? What am I allowed to share? This was me yesterday, just a little funny one. That's how I was feeling yesterday when I woke up. After being on the higher realms, and you're working in the higher realms and in 5D, because you think dreamtime's an actual reality, which is higher than this one. You only can access it through your dream time. And you wake up in the morning and feel like this. Fuck it, I'm back on this planet. Well, that was a funny one. What else have I got in here? I don't want to share family pictures. I like this one. I don't know if I enjoy this. This team night when Ryan went to the Easter Island. I just thought it was funny when he came back. He tagged me. I'm the one with the hat on. That's funny. But yeah, that's just cute. And he actually did post that on his Team Like Guardians, if you want to go over to that page and subscribe to him. I'll show you a mission video, mission picture. So this is when I cleared, this is Culloden battlefield in Scotland when I did the Scotland mission. And I walked the whole of the battlefield. There's me with the blonde hair on the left there, and some team members from Team Like UK. And we walked that field all day. Magic stuff happened, and I cleared that battlefield. So I do actual grid work. I get out there. But unfortunately, the ladies that came with me weren't as awakened as what they said they were. And I asked permission to film them when I was doing my activations and stuff. And then when we came back and they'd freaked out, seen all sorts of strange anomalies happening around me. We had a disagreement and we parted company, and then I uploaded the videos and they said and took back their consent to have them in their videos for YouTube. So I had to disable those videos, and you know, they didn't want them being shown. So fair enough. Next time, don't come on a mission. Okay. This was clearing a car. This is the summer solstice. Midday summer solstice 2017. This is in a cairn in Standing Stones. If anyone's watched Outlander, this was there basically. So this is me. That's all I had. I had to clear up the ancient druid line, then finish off the grid work that Ryan had done for the masculine side of the Lightworker Starseed team, and I finished off doing the feminine one. I had, let's see if I can share this. I'm allowed to share this because it's only going to Patreons. Please don't share this with anybody outside of Patreon because, okay, so on the mission that I did in Scotland, we went to a castle. We met up with the Rainbow Warriors of the Sea, Greenpeace, had parked at Loch Ness. This is Loch Ness. And the castle where Nessie's supposed to be hiding under was closed, but the guys were stood at the gate and they let us in. This guy here is called Grant, and he granted us access to the thing, and they parked up their ship, out the Rainbow Warrior ship, the Beluga, at the bottom of the castle. And he said, "Have you got something for me?" And I gave him the Orgonite pyramid too, because I was thinking, how the hell am I going to get this pyramid? We'd literally circumnavigated the whole of the loch that day, and I'd gridded the whole of the loch with my crystals. It's a big loch. And the last one was to get this Orgonite into the middle of the loch. So they happily took it for me. And this is Grant gifting my pyramid to the loch. So I'll find the next one for this. So that is my pyramid going into the middle of Loch Ness. When you need something done, the right people turn up. He did ask for some more of my seed crystals that Lavender had given me that were activated, and I gave him a big one. So he gave them, passed them out to the whole of the Rainbow Warriors, the Light Guardians of the Sea, Team Light of the Sea, and they passed them out throughout all the Rainbow Warrior ships, and they gridded the oceans for me. And the last place that I hadn't got crystal on was Antarctica, and we managed. Grant's girlfriend was going on a research vessel the next week to Antarctica, so he gave her a couple of more crystals on the big crystal and put it on Antarctica for me. So I actually gridded Antarctica, but hey ho, I don't want this getting out there in the public because he could get into trouble, and so could she, for putting crystals and stuff on Antarctica. Okay, there we go. So what else have I got in here that I can share? What I want to share. Oh, my tune will let me share. If I'm not supposed to share, it won't come up. It's just my children and my family. This is definitely not going public if you can see all these pictures I'm scrolling through. Oh, if anybody can read charts. This is my chart for my birthday. A friend did it for me a few years ago. I have no clue. I can't read charts, but that's my birth chart. If anybody can understand that, I just have no clue, but I've actually got my symbol, my A that I do in my chart, as you can see. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to stop blabbering and see if I can switch to that. Okay. So this is just a quick one. If you've got any questions, I know I'm blabbering on, but it's really hard when I've not got feedback. So maybe the next video that I will do, an instructional video, I'll do it as a meeting and you can all come on and you can turn your videos off and your mics off, and it'll just be my ugly mug on there. And you can ask me questions and I can answer them. Anyway, I think I'm going to end that now.